Hello everyone. Today I'll discuss one another type of arthritis, that is septic arthritis or infectious arthritis. Now let's see the definition of septic arthritis. Septic arthritis is inflammation of a synovial membrane with purulent effusion into the joint capsule due to infection. Septic arthritis is inflammation of any joint due to microbes. Especially bacteria are invading in the joints which leads to or which develop inflammation. In septic arthritis, any joint can affect it, like fibrous joint, cartilaginous joint or synovial joint. Any joint can get affected by this septic arthritis. What is happening here? Inflammation process gets start and synovial membrane में inflammation होते हैं which leads to purulent effusion in the joint capsule. Eventually there will be irreversible joint or bone damage. Let's see the one image of healthy synovial joint. Two bones come together which is known as joint. At the end of two bone, articular cartilage is present which is protecting the joint from friction, and joint is covering by joint capsule and synovial membrane. In synovial membrane, blood vessels is present. These blood vessels supply the nutrition to the bones. Inside the synovial membrane, synovial fluid is persist, and this synovial fluid act as a lubricating agents for joints. What is happening here in septic arthritis? Inflammation develop mainly in the synovial membrane and joint capsules. Now causes. It can cause by bacteria that spread through the bloodstream from another area of the body. Example, Staphylococcus aureus, E. coli, Streptococcus and Proteus. Next cause, it can also be caused by a bacterial infection from an open wound or an opening from a surgical procedures. So mainly we can observe the causes of septic arthritis is bacterial invasion. Bacteria can invade to the joints by skin infection. If the skin infection developed by Staphylococcus aureus, this bacteria can disseminate in the joints and develop septic arthritis. One more example we can take, osteomyelitis. What is osteomyelitis? This is the inflammation in the bone marrow which is caused by Staphylococcus aureus again. This Staphylococcus aureus infection can directly hamper the bones, which is known as local type of cause of septic arthritis. Next, if one person is suffering from upper respiratory tract infection or lower respiratory tract infection caused by Streptococcus, then this infection can also hematogenously spread to the joints which leads to septic arthritis. One another cause, introduction of drugs, especially intra-articular injection, can also one cause for septic arthritis. Next, open wound, surgical wound or during surgery also infection can spread to the joint. Now pathophysiology. Due to etiological factor, spread or invasion of bacteria to synovial membrane, synovial membranes swell and become infiltrated with neutrophils. Neutrophils release lysosomal proteolytic enzyme. Next, pus effusion distend the joint. Last, this can lead to permanent joint damage that destroy articular cartilage and joint space. What is happening, how the disease is progressing? First of all, etiological factor. Etiological factor here is bacterial invasion by different routes. Whenever the bacteria start invading or already invading in the synovial membrane, this bacteria release some of the destructive enzyme like protease. These proteases destroy collagen particles of articular cartilage, which leads to destruction of the bones. Also, bacteria present with bacteria surface antigen. This bacteria surface antigen with bacteria are recognized by our immune system as a foreign particles, and macrophages start engulfing the bacteria and secrete chemical mediator like cytokines. These cytokines invite other inflammatory mediator to come into place and start inflammatory reaction. These bacteria also come in contact with mast cell. These mast cells secrete histamines, and histamines develop vasodilation or increase vascular permeability. At last, whenever the vascular permeability will increase, more amount of blood come in this place, and redness, swelling, inflammation will going on. Eventually, fluid also come out from the capillaries, start accumulating in the intra-articular space, which leads to compression of the blood vessel or synovial membrane, and these blood vessels now are not able to supply the nutrition or oxygen to the bones, which leads to necrosis of the bone and joints. That's all about the pathophysiology. अगर हम इसको सिंपली देखें, ड्यू टू इटियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर बैक्टीरिया साइनोवियल मेम्ब्रेन में इन्वेड हो रहा है और इन्वेशन हो रहा है, उसके बाद साइनोवियल मेम्ब्रेन का स्वेलिंग होते हैं, एंड जितना भी हमारे इम्यून सेल्स होते हैं वो बैक्टीरिया के साथ फाइट करना शुरू कर देते हैं, इन्फ्लेमेटरी मेडिएटर्स रिलीज होते हैं, वैसोडाइलेशन होते हैं, मोर अमाउंट ऑफ ब्लड आ जाते हैं, विच लीड्स टू इन्फ्लेमेशन, एंड धीरे धीरे इवेंचुअली नेक्रोसिस हो जाते हैं एंड डैमेजेस ऑफ द बोन. दैट्स ऑल अबाउट द पैथोफिजियोलॉजी. नाउ क्लिनिकल फीचर्स. फर्स्टली हम देखते हैं कि सेप्टिक अर्थराइटिस कौन सी एरिया को अफेक्ट करते हैं हमारे जॉइंट्स का. विच जॉइंट्स इज गेट अफेक्टेड. It can affect knee joint, it can affect wrist joint or ankle joint. Mainly superficial joints are affecting by this condition. Next, joint painful, swelling and inflamed. Third, warmth and marked local tenderness and movement restricted. In septic arthritis, mainly fever will develop and monoarthritis symptoms developed. Monoarthritis symptom means all the inflammatory symptoms like painful joint, swollen joint, inflamed joint, warmth, tenderness, restricted movement, redness. These are the monoarthritic symptoms or inflammatory symptoms. Fever and monoarthritic symptoms. Next, history collection, which is come under the diagnosis. History collection, physical examination, blood examination, arthrocentesis and X-ray. In history collection, as a nurse, what kind of history we can collect? We can collect history like past history of any illness, medical history, past surgical history. Next, we can also collect the present medical history like whether the patient is suffering from upper respiratory tract infection, lower respiratory tract infection, or any other bone condition is persist, or any accident, any injury, any skin infection. Next, surgical history we can also collect from the patient. We can also ask the patient about the family history, about nutrition history, about diet pattern, daily living history, whether he is maintaining the personal hygiene or not, whether he is working in the factory. This all the history we can collect elaborately from the patient. Next, physical examination. In physical examination, head to toe examination and musculoskeletal examination mainly we have to perform. Next, blood examination. In septic arthritis, blood examination is also crucial. We can ask the patient for WBC count checking, ESR check and CRP check. In inflammatory case, erythrocyte sedimentation rate start increasing. Normally its value is 0 to 22 mm per HR, but whenever the inflammation is going on in the body, that erythrocyte sedimentation rate start increasing. Next, CRP, same case for CRP also, C-reactive protein. This C-reactive protein level also start increase or high in the case of inflammation of septic arthritis. Next, arthrocentesis. What is arthrocentesis? Arthrocentesis is a minor procedures where doctors are inserting one needle with syringe to collect synovial fluid from the affected joint so that they can analyze the fluid for culture sensitivity or for microscopic examination. After doing examination, only doctor can prescribe the drugs for the patient. So arthrocentesis is a very important procedures for septic arthritis. Next, X-ray. At last, all the radiological examination they can perform, right, like CT scan, MRI, X-ray, USG. That's all about the diagnosis of septic arthritis. Now, treatment. After detecting the bacteria which is present in the synovial fluid, doctor can prescribe different type of antibiotics for the patient. Elderly patient, IV antibiotic they can prescribe for 1 week or 2 weeks, and oral antibiotic they can shift for 3 weeks. So which IV antibiotic they are prescribing for the patient? Let's see. Antibiotic like flucloxacillin and fusidic acids they can prescribe. Next, third generation of the cephalosporin is also one drug of choice for septic arthritis. Next, surgical management. There are mainly two surgical management types. First one is surgical drainage. Second one is arthroscopic debridement and copious irrigation with normal saline more frequently in knee joint septic arthritis. First, we will discuss about the surgical drainage. What they are doing in surgical drainage? Doctors are performing the procedures which is known as arthrotomy. Arthrotomy means making an incision in the inflamed area and open the space and drain the fluid. This is surgical drainage. Next one is arthroscopic debridement. What is arthroscopic debridement? Means using one surgical instrument to remove the damaged portion of the cartilage or damaged bone. This is known as arthroscopic debridement. By using arthroscope, they are doing this process. And copious irrigation with normal saline. Copious irrigation and arthroscopic debridement are performing togetherly. Why? Because after arthroscopic debridement, hydration of the bone is necessary. So hydration can be performed by the copious irrigation. What they are doing in copious irrigation, they are just flowing solution or normal saline in the particular debridement portion for hydrating the bones or for removing the damaged portion of the bone. So that's why arthroscopic debridement and copious irrigation is very important for septic arthritis. Next, complication. Bone destruction and dislocation of the joints, cartilage destruction, growth disturbance. First one is bone destruction and dislocation of the joint. Articular cartilage will involve here. Articular cartilage damage हो चुका होता है and which leads to destruction of the bone. Next, cartilage destruction. Cartilage जब destruction होगा तब दोनों बोन एक दूसरे के साथ जुड़ जाते हैं which leads to joint fusion or bony ankylosis. This is also one symptom for secondary type of osteoarthritis. Next, ग्रोथ डिस्टर्बेंस. ग्रोथ डिस्टर्बेंस कैसे हो जाएंगे? बोन जब जुड़ जाएंगे, डैमेज हो जाएंगे कार्टिलेज विच लीड्स टू शॉर्टनिंग ऑफ बोन्स. दैट्स ऑल अबाउट सेप्टिक आर्थराइटिस. सो अगर हम समराइजेशन करते हैं टॉपिक का, सेप्टिक आर्थराइटिस एक इन्फ्लेमेटरी कंडीशन होते हैं विच इज़ मेनली कॉज बाय द बैक्टीरियल इन्वेशन And this septic arthritis can develop any type of joint, like synovial joint, like fibrous joint, like cartilaginous joint. What is happening here? This Whenever the bacteria is invading in the particular joints by any means, by the help of cut, by skin infection, by respiratory tract infection, by hematogenous spread, by wound, by any route, whenever the bacteria start invading in the synovial membrane, inflammatory reaction is going on, and this inflammatory reaction leads to damages of the bones. Next, इसके जो साइनस सिम्टम मेनली फीवर होते हैं एंड मोनोआर्थराइटिक सिम्टम. मोनोआर्थराइटिक सिम्टम इज basically linked with the inflammatory symptoms. Diagnosis is mainly history. Elaborately, we have to collect history, physical examination, all the blood examination like WBC count, ESR CRP rate, and arthrocentesis. Arthrocentesis is also known as joint fluid analysis testing for identifying the culture sensitivity or which type of bacteria is present in the joint. Next, and medication, antibiotic for 1 week IV as a IV dose, or 3 to 4 week for oral doses. Next, surgical management. In surgical management, mainly doctors are doing arthroscopic debridement with copious irrigation. Arthroscopic debridement means using of arthroscope or camera-like devices to remove the damaged portion of the bone and flowing or irrigating the part by normal saline or solution so that bone can get hydration. That's all.